Hey guys, happy 2020, it's the new year. And has the world ended yet? Well, if I'm still here, that means no, right? Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Let's get into the movie. The first movie of 2021. Yeah, let's see what that is, actually. And hopefully there's more to come. But so the first movie of 2021 is going to be Octoman. Really? Octoman? Okay, well, I guess I'll give this a shot. Oh, and one other thing before I continue. So I'm going to be starting this new thing on my movie reviews. If you guys are familiar with my Megaplex videos, which you should check out, I do a couch rating, the couch count, if you want to call it. It's essentially just like pointing out the things that you should look out for, or like what the movie really you should be looking out for the movie, because that's called the best parts and stuff. And I'll be giving it out of 1 to 5 asses. Yeah, I'm going to be doing asses because the less asses in the seats, the more it sucks. So, and just to clarify also about the rating, 2.5 asses is average. I just want to put that out there right away, just so you guys aren't confused or any of that shit. So let's continue and talk about Octoman.
So at the beginning of the movie, we get this quick introduction about how mankind has always been interested in taking adventures and figuring things out. So in the modern age, these guys are replaced by scientists, and they're trying to solve the pollution problem that the world is facing, leading them to Mexico in search for the Octoman.
The hideous fruit of atomic radiation in the form of a bizarre legend wrapped in terror and written in blood.
That's the Octoman? Well, I will give the movie this. It does look the same like in the cover, so you know what? We'll give that like a plus. I mean, most of these movies so far, you can't even distinguish between the cover and the actual monster. I mean, most of the time it's two completely different things, but you know what? In this movie, good pass so far. Let's continue.
As the credits roll, we see the Octaman hitchhiking down a long and lonesome road and trying to get to the next town over. That name looks familiar. So we meet one of our main characters where he is researching a town's diet and discovers that the fish that they're eating is highly radioactive.
Provides evidence that chemical changes produced by underwater detonations of atomic materials have been carried by tides and currents to all parts of the world.
And this is when another scientist comes up and caught a creature from the river where the people were eating the fish. And this creature just happens to be Squidward.
If you think I'm gonna spend more than 5 minutes on this dumpster, then you're crazy!
So they go out and investigate where they found Squidward and release him back into the wild to see where he goes.
What are those Neanderthals up to? Don't they know I'm busy spoiling myself?
And they recapture him soon after. I don't know. As this is happening, Mama Squidward is shocked to see what is going on.
Come on, that is totally a surprise face. I could put a sound clip of someone's like surprise right now and it'll still work. See? Told you.
So later that night, as some dude is trying to dissect the specimen, the Octoman comes in and saves his offspring.
I'm alive! You don't know how happy I am to see you. I have been stranded out here for weeks with these two barnacle heads.
Then we cut to the next scene where we go to another scientist. Wait, they got another Squidward? Where the hell did they get another one? Anyway, so they asked the other doctor to check out the specimen to see if it's possible if there is a man/animal hybrid that can exist.
Current field mission. But
All the data we've gathered so far, John, relates to sea life.
Now look, for the past 2 years, your raw water tests in various parts of the world have definitely proved something. But this odd little squid doesn't establish any relation between its mutation and polluted water.
But he decides to pass on it because he feels like there's no point in doing it and that it's not possible for it to exist. So he finds himself another man that'll take on the research and find out if there is such a man-fish thing. But in reality, he's just doing it just to get some money out of it. And with that, they set off on their way to find the Octaman. But when they get there, it's pitch black. I have to say, the way that they shot these scenes is just complete utter shit. I mean, look how dark it is. You can't see anything.
Darling, what are you doing?
This is when they find the dead body of the man that was cutting up Squidward.
God. Some animal, maybe? Couldn't have been human.
So it cuts to the next day, and they're trying to find additional information to what might have happened.
They tell me there's some sort of superstition about a half man, half sea serpent with many arms. But no one yet has seen it, senor.
This is when we meet a new fellow to add to the group, the Tracker.
With the senor's permission.
The boy, he draws well. He makes things of wood and clay to sell them in the marketplace.
And he might know where the Octaman might be because his grandfather was killed by one.
This happened a long time ago.
Oh, Lord. Oh, this is gonna be great, isn't it? So they go after and search for the Octaman.
Bingo. You can't hide from an Indian tracker. Let's move.
Here we can see some shots of the Octaman walking like Frankenstein as he is searching for the group that are looking for him. Then it cuts to nighttime, and two of the men get attacked and killed.
All right, you two! Out! Don't even think about dragging your empty skulls around here for the rest of the day, or tomorrow, or next week.
Squidward, does that include...
Yes, it does!
After that, we cut to another group just talking about life and how they can improve the world because they're scientists and they're just basically circle jerking each other.
Young people, underneath all that hair and revolt, they know what it's about. They know what we're doing for our earth, our water, our air, everything that grows. They're busy recycling everything from Coke bottles to plastic containers.
So after researching for a while, the Tracker says he found a lot of them, and as most of them left, the Octaman springs into action and attacks the greedy man and another guy, killing him and leaving the greedy man wounded, and taking the second Squidward in the process. And wanting to finish the job, the Octaman comes back and attacks the RV again, and this time they fight back, shooting and injuring the Octaman. Suspecting that he might be hurt, the rest of the group jump on a boat and go into the lake to search for the Octaman.
I'm sorry I had to keep bringing this part up, but the way that they shot this in the dark is complete utter shit. I mean, why do they keep doing it? I mean, I can't even see the thing. No wonder they're having a hard time finding this thing in the dark. I mean, come on, change the way how you shoot it. I don't know if they did it to cut costs or it was easier to like blend in all the shit or make it scarier, but it's obviously not working. But regardless, let's continue.
Anyway, they get attacked again, this time on the boat, and the Octaman drags one of them into the water. Then in the next scene, the Octaman attacks the RV again?
Really? Again? It's like the seventh time that he's attacked these people, and it hasn't worked so far. Well, I do have to say one nice thing about it, that you actually see the monster more than two times, because some of these movies, like, you hardly even see the damn thing, where they make it such a big fucking mystery that you think, oh, it's really this thing, but at the end it looks like shit. But like, come on, like, granted, this movie's only an hour 18 minutes long. I mean, I'm glad that there's action in this movie, a lot of it, but you know what? It doesn't flow. It doesn't mean anything. It's just kind of like he's there, he does this, he goes away, and then fucking 5 minutes later, not even 5 minutes later, he does the same thing over again. But that's one of these movies for you, I guess.
This monster is like that kid on Xbox Live playing Call of Duty that just can't accept the fact that he can't kill one of the guys on the opposite team, and so he just spends most of his time in the game just trying to kill him, but in the process he keeps getting killed himself. I don't know. But this time, he kidnaps the girl, and as the other guys are chasing after him, they realize that the Octaman doesn't like flashlights.
Keep it in his face. He doesn't like that light. Keep flashing it, Steve. I've got an idea.
And after being strobed for 5 minutes, the Octaman lets the woman go, and this is the perfect opportunity to do a ring of fire trap so he can't escape. And after enough flashlights to the face, he waves his arms back and forth and falls to the ground, and they take the opportunity to capture the Octaman.
That was easy.
And of course, the monster ends up escaping, and the girl tries to calm it down by having this awkward face-off. Which actually ends up working surprisingly, but he ends up getting away. But the creature doesn't want them to leave, so he ends up trapping them by putting logs on the road. Okay. But this is when they find out that he's been hiding in a cave.
Are you all right?
See, I follow him here, El Octamano.
We're going back.
But I see him.
Really? A cave? And it couldn't have been like an underwater cave, like Attack of the Giant Leeches. I mean, with the guy in the suit just to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm done doing water scenes. Like, I'm done being wet in this thing. I'm done. If we keep doing them, I'm leaving off the set. And the producers and the directors just like, okay, fine, we'll do a cave to be like mysterious, because like you are a man that can walk on land, so let's put you in a cave. And he's like, fine, just do that. Just do that. And I bet you that's how it happened. I really do.
So when they encounter the monster in the cave collapses, trapping them. So as they're stuck in the cave, they find out that there actually is water in the cave. You win this one, movie. You win this one. Then they end up finding another way out of the cave. And as they're about to get in the RV, the Octaman pops into action and attacks the group. Can you please stop shoving the camera into his face? We know what he looks like. So the lady calms the beast down again and tries to kidnap her once more. Oh my fucking lord. How many times do they have to repeat this gag? But this time, they end up shooting him. And it ends up going back into the water, supposedly dead. And that's the end.
Too bad that didn't kill me.
So that was Octaman, and how was it? It was okay. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, the costume looks pretty cool, and this was made in 1971. Yeah, if you really look at it, the costume design was actually made by Rick Baker. Yeah, you know Rick Baker. This was actually his first movie credit, actually. Yeah, you know, he did, American Werewolf in London. He did The Exorcist, or at least he helped in The Exorcist. He did It's Alive. He even did some of the Star Wars special effects, and I think the most like the movie that everyone kind of knows him with is Henry and Henderson's. Yeah, you know that movie. And yeah, this has like a lot of really big stars or like people involved in it. And you know how I said that the name Henry Sex, I'm sorry if I mispronounced his last name, looked familiar? Yeah, he was actually the writer for Creature in the Black Lagoon. And once you realize that, this movie makes a hell of a lot more sense. But just the fact that he wrote one of the greatest, most iconic horror films of all time, then he comes and directs this. It just shows just because you're good at one thing doesn't mean you're good at the other. But you know what? I will have to commend him for even trying to direct and write at the same time. It's not a easy feat, and so I'll give him props for that. But yeah, the whole rest of the movie is just okay, kind of boring at times. I'm gonna just be honest with you. You know, there's a lot of action scenes, like I said before, but they don't mean anything. He just comes out every 5 minutes, attacks, tries to kidnap somebody, and he runs away. Rinse and repeat. And I mean, the actors or the characters don't really matter, so why should we care? But it's actually not the worst thing. If you're interested, you can actually see it on Amazon Prime for free. I would probably give it a watch. Like I said, it's only an hour and 18 minutes long, so you're not really losing a lot of time. So yeah, let's get into our very first couch kill, shall we? We got 4 dead bodies, 0 tits, automatic 1 ass deduction, 1/2 ass deduction. I should be sorry. Yeah, 1/2 ass deduction. And yes, I'm doing asses as in pairs, so like 2 cheeks is 1 ass just for clarity. 2 Squidwards, 1 open-mouthed monster, 1 segment on how humans are destroying the planet, 1 greedy man that just wants to capture the creature for his own gain. Lots of shots of mobile RV moving from place to place. I mean, there's a lot, so like, I have to mention that. 2.5 asses for Octaman. So, average in my scale. So, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please ring that bell so you know that all my videos come out. And please follow my social medias. The links are in the description. Yeah, I'm going to try to be doing these more often. And like I said, Happy New Year. This is the first movie of 2021. Hopefully there's more to come. I'll try my best at it. And also just a cheap plug. I'm doing my video games right now with Fear, so you should definitely check that out also. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you next time.